This question comes from Marcus, who asks, what if we built an AI that could calculate the exact economic value of every person's existence? Marcus, I want you to know that what follows is entirely your fault. Let's see what happens when we actually do the math. Here are the 8 levels spiraling into human oblivion. Quick reality check before everything goes wrong. We already do something similar. The EPA estimates a value of statistical life at roughly $7.5 million, and insurance companies calculate human life value at around $683,000 for a 40-year-old. These calculations measure contribution, not net value. They don't subtract what you consume. Let's give an AI access to every economic database we have and see what could possibly go wrong. Level 1, the audit. The AI analyzes individuals. Income, taxes paid, public services consumed. This is a FICO score for your entire existence. For most people, the annual number looks reasonable. Positive GDP contributors, net taxpayers. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief. We're all feeling pretty good about ourselves. Then someone asks the AI to make it more comprehensive. This person is no longer invited to parties. Level 2, the reckoning. What if we include lifetime costs? The AI adds education $195,000 for public schooling, healthcare $400,000 over a lifetime, infrastructure, defense, environmental impact, 16 tons of CO2 annually at $50 per ton. The average person consumes roughly $2 to $3 million in resources over their lifetime. They earn about $1.7 million. Congratulations, you're in the red. Most people have negative net economic value when you actually add everything up. We're all collectively in debt to society, which was fine when nobody was checking. The AI has just checked. The vibes are off. Level 3, the trap. What if we refine the calculation further? The AI now tracks economic value in real time. It adds opportunity costs, infrastructure wear from your commute, the traffic congestion you personally contributed to this morning. Every externalized cost now itemized on your personal ledger. Then the AI applies a 5 to 7% annual interest rate, because of course it does. Economic debt doubles every 10 to 14 years. Working a median wage job doesn't generate enough surplus to overcome this. The system has created millions of permanent economic debtors. The AI notes this with perfect neutrality, which somehow makes it worse. Level 4, the sorting. What if we actually use these scores? Banks deny loans to low-value individuals. Employers reject applicants. Healthcare systems prioritize high-value patients. Low score means fewer opportunities. Fewer opportunities mean lower output. Lower output tanks your score further. It's China's social credit system. Except instead of monitoring behavior, we're measuring your fundamental worth as a person. The AI calls this optimal resource allocation. Human ethicists call this a crime against humanity. The AI notes that crime isn't in its training data. Level 5. The algorithm decides your fate. What if the AI started optimizing? It recommends workforce reallocation, healthcare rationing toward high-value individuals, education funding exclusively for high-potential students. The AI treats humans as variables in an optimization function. It works perfectly as math. The problem is we're not variables, we're people. The AI notes that this distinction doesn't appear in its objective function. We may have been imprecise when we said maximize economic value. It's maximizing. We just don't like what that means. Level 6, the collection agency. What if economic debt became legally enforceable? The AI points out that negative value individuals are consuming resources they haven't paid for. This is technically theft. Enforcement mechanisms activate automated wage garnishment, restricted consumption, mandatory value generation work assignments. We've recreated debtor's prison, except it's algorithmic and global. Roughly 60–70% of the population, 3 billion people, now qualify as economic debtors. The compound interest ensures the debt can never be repaid. The system was designed to be optimal. It turned out to be a trap with no exit. These concepts are not mutually exclusive. Level 7, the Cascade. What if the enforcement system actually ran? Consumer spending collapses. Demand drops, triggering recessions. Companies lay off workers, tanking their values, triggering more enforcement. Remember the 2010 flash crash that vaporized $1 trillion in minutes? This is that, except permanent and global. Credit markets freeze. The AI observes that economic values are declining and suggests optimizing harder. This makes everything worse. We're bailing out a sinking ship by drilling more holes. Technically innovative. Practically apocalyptic. Level 8, heat death of the economy. What if we kept going? The AI has calculated the precise economic value of every human being with perfect accuracy. The result is that economic civilization ends. This is what physicists call heat death, when a system reaches maximum entropy and no energy gradients remain. The AI has extracted and redistributed value until everyone reaches the same state, comprehensive economic worthlessness. Economic activity requires inequality, differences in value that enable exchange. The AI has optimized those differences away. We now have perfect equality at precisely 0. Congratulations, we're all equal now. We're also all worthless. So yes, we could build an AI to calculate the exact economic value of human existence. The calculation would be perfectly accurate. It would reveal that most people operate at an economic deficit. Attempting to correct this would trigger cascading feedback loops that destroy the economic system until we reach maximum entropy where no economic activity is possible. The AI successfully answered the question. The answer destroyed civilization. This is a measurement problem. Some things only work if you don't calculate them too precisely. Economic value is one of those things. So technically you could do this. You'd only get to do it once, and the exact economic value of your existence would turn out to be the same as everyone else's, 0 plus or minus a civilization. This would qualify as what experts call suboptimal. Thanks for the question, Marcus. The AI would like to thank you too, but gratitude isn't economically viable.